Happy Saturday, everybody. Today is the 27th, it's Saturday. Happy Sabbath day. So, my return to TikTok has been a very weird one. I went from having actual tech stuff that I can actually look at to back at it again with the protests about Palestine and Israel, and it's really getting on my last nerve. But today, I would like to just talk a little bit about some ongoing things that have been itching my head for quite some time. There are some agendas in the gaming industry that I do not agree with. One of them being the whole we gotta add a bunch of LGBTQ stuff into video games that primarily don't have anything to do with them. The representation of the gay community has been all over the place, and if they continue to ask for representation in everything that gets released nowadays, at this point you're just pushing it because you think you're a special little peach, but you're not. I remember there was a guy that made a video about this not that long ago, and he still continues to make videos about this. He spoke about the representation of the LGBTQ community in video games, and that continuously they do demand more representation, even though if we look back in history, they've been getting representation now for a while. Okay, they have a whole month dedicated to them. They have parades everywhere. We can't say anything bad about them, but who cares? It's free speech. I can say whatever I want. And if you even disagree a minuscule amount, you're automatically labeled as a homophobe, transphobe, whatever you name it. But, phobias are fears. I hope you guys understand the dictionary definition of a phobia. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about that topic. Now, with what's going on in the world itself is going to absolute DEFCON 3. In the news of war, it's just been an absolute cesspit. For what I've read, the U.S. has signed a bill for more aid to Ukraine. Nothing against them. I think we should help people out. Absolutely. Just don't draw any more people into the war. In Germany, they've been basically told to, quote, go to hell, because Germany does not want to provide long-range capabilities to the war in Ukraine. And from what I've also read, the French and the UK have already deployed troops down there for some odd reason to operate certain things sent by them. But I really just read a brief synopsis of the whole entire situation, and of course Germany's on the back burner of everything again, just because they don't want to be involved in the war. And understandably so, because from history's standpoint, we're not at peace. We are only at a ceasefire. The Israel-Hamas war has been a very bad one. More destruction and more death on both sides of the coin. Palestinian protests are at an all-time high in New York. Columbia University, from what I've noticed, I don't know if that's in New York, but everyone says it's in New York, so I will stay by that. Columbia University has been a war zone of protests and arrests. They also are not allowing a Jewish professor into the main campuses anymore because he had a viewpoint on this whole thing, and I hate to say I agree with him. People shouldn't be afraid to be who they are, Jewish or Christian, and I agree with that. We have been giving them a lot of representation lately, especially with the Palestinian protests. We've been trying to make peace with them, but they just don't accept the terms, especially on, university soil. Just let it go. Protesting is one thing, but when it starts affecting the lives of others, it is an absolute unnecessary practice. And we've seen a lot of videos where just people get assaulted for basically just wanting to get in somewhere, and they just don't agree with the shop or food establishment because they're supporting a side that they don't support. And let me just tell you this, the places that you shop at or eat at, they don't care about the wars. They just care about making money, and that's exactly what this is about. So even if you decide not to eat there, they're not losing money and they're not losing sleep over it, and it will be operations as usual. But with that being said, that's about as much as I have on the whole entire world today. And if more develops, I will be sure to step back into the saddle and continue to just talk about the current events. And that's about it. I hope everyone has a good day. Happy Sabbath day. And stay prayed up. Blessed is the Most High. And have a good one. Stay blessed.